Hello stamping friends, welcome to the April online technique class with Sharon Armstrong. For this first card, we're going to be doing what I call a window sheet peekaboo technique. I've always wanted to make one of these. I've seen lots of them done, and so this is my chance to share this with you. First of all, this is the PDF instructions that you will get in the email. The stamp set that I chose to use is the Painted Petals. I'll be using the thank you out of here, this flower, and these leaves and stems right here. And I think that's it. Okay, so this is what the card looks like. And when you open it up, see the little peekaboo window? And then we're going to be stamping on here. So let's get started. So you'll be getting an envelope in your kit. And then you'll be getting a piece of rose red cardstock that has already been embossed for you. And I cut off the bottom part and trimmed it down to about 3/4 of an inch. And it is also embossed as well. You'll receive a piece of baker's twine, 2 pieces of rose red cardstock cut like this, 2 window sheets. I don't know if you can see those. Trust me, they're there. I'm holding window sheets in my hands. Lay those there. Hopefully I won't lose them. Then you're going to receive a piece of Whisper White that is cut for the inside of the card. And then you'll receive your little instructions. Now, these sheets are reference cards for you to use in the Project Life 6x8 album. You can just slide those in like we did last month. And what you're going to be doing is you will put this in there, and then I'm going to show you how to do this stamping technique. So this is what your sheet will look like, or this is what you will do at home with these pieces and then the pieces of the Whisper White that you will get that's already cut down to size. Hope that makes sense. If not, please email me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just show you. First of all, you're going to be attaching the window sheet to this. You're going to be stamping on this, so let's go ahead and do that. I don't know which is easier, the white or the black. I think maybe the white. All right, so we have to use Stays On ink. Now, this is a photopolymer stamp, and it is going to stain your stamp. But you have to use Stays On the window sheet in order for it to be permanent and for it to work. So even though it's going to stain my stamp, I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet and use it. All right, I like to use a Stamp-A-Majig whenever I am stamping on window sheets. And the reason is because they're slippery, okay? So I don't have the imaging sheet. If you're familiar with the Stamp-A-Majig, it has an image sheet with it. I'm not using that. I don't need that. What I need is for the stamp to stay exactly where I want it to. So I'm just going to put it about right here. I'm going to ink up my stamp, and then I'm going to just stamp on the window sheet. So what the Stamp-A-Majig piece is doing is preventing my stamp from smearing, okay? Because it slides. Trust me. If you don't have one of these, I recommend that you do a little bit of practicing first. I don't know on what, because you're going to be getting this size sheet, but I do recommend that you practice because it's going to be slippery. All right, so I'm just going to attach this. I'm going to put some, does that work? Oh yeah, it does work. I'm just going to use Snail to attach this to my piece. And then I'm just going to take the pieces of rose red, and I'm just using this as a border just to make it look pretty and so that you remember how you made this card. Hope that makes sense. Okay, the other thing that you're going to get in there is a little, yours will have this little peekaboo technique on there. So this is what your final card will look like, okay? I just wanted to show you how to put it together. All right, so let's get our big piece of window sheet, and I'm going to clean off my stamp for a moment. Sorry, I wanted to show you that when you're stamping your thank you or whatever you decide to stamp on there, you kind of need to know where to put it. So I'm going to open this up. That didn't help you. Okay, so what I want is my thank you to be on the right-hand side so that you see my stamped flowers that are inside on the left-hand side. So I'm just going to put my stamp right here. Okay, and then I'm going to put my Stamp-A-Majig there. And I'm going to stamp thank you. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it on the video, but there you go. All right, so that has been done. And like I said, it's going to stain your stamp, so sorry about that. The next thing is I'm going to take my piece of Whisper White and I'm going to ink up my green, and I'm just going to stamp off my cardstock. Now, something I want to point out to you, because I had to stamp with it a couple of times. This is called painted petals. These petals have a little bit of faintness to them. I guess that's the word. So when you look at the leaves and stuff, it's not going to stamp a bold stamp. So can you see it now? It kind of leaves a little bit of, let's see, there you go. It kind of leaves a little bit of a space there, if you would, a little bit of a shadow. So don't think there's anything wrong with your stamp, because I kind of did it first. All right, so I'm just using Rose Red. The beauty of the photopolymer allows me to see right where I want to stamp. Okay. All right, so now I'm ready to take my base, and I'm going to go ahead and attach this with some snail. I'm going to put this in here. Okay. And then I'm going to take my window sheet, and I'm using sticky strip. You need something strong to make this stick. And I'm just going to put this along the top of my window sheet piece. I sure hope you can see this on the video. I think you can. You can see where my red line tape is, my sticky strip. All right, so let's cut this off. And then we want to put a piece, and notice I'm putting that on the top, okay? Because it's going to stick like this, all right? So we're going to put some more on the bottom. Trim that off. Now, I like to take a bone folder and really burnish this sticky strip, this red line tape. This helps it release. So I'm just gonna take off the top part for right now. I'm gonna bring my card back, and I'm going to line this up over my over my card. And then and when it sticks, it sticks. So make sure you have it right where you want it. So did you see how I closed the card to it? All right, so now that we're ready for the next part, I want to release this. And I'm going to take my little strip, and I'm just going to add it to the bottom. Whoops, I was a little crooked. Oh, I could fix it. That's a surprise. All right, so the next thing you'll do is take your baker's twine, and I'm just going to wrap it around and crisscross it a couple of times. And then I'm just going to tie a bow. a little bit crooked, but you get the message. All right, this card is done. I hope you enjoyed this technique. Come back for the next one.